compared to the season opener last year?
It's really big for them, really just the confidence that they're going out with every day and how well they're executing their calls, executing their assignments. It's really, you just can tell it in their eyes when you get in the huddle how confident they are and they're ready to go.
How big is it for you?
Huge. Look up there, see 5 guys that been through the war with last year. They understand what it takes to win. They know how to strain now and do some different things. So it's really a confidence booster for me, and I know those guys are going to play their tails off.
As long as this camp's been, how ready are you just to get out there and start your senior year?
Oh yeah, we're all ready. We've been at it for about 6 weeks now, so I mean it's half the year right there just practicing. So we're all ready to go out there and hit someone else and execute against a different type of defense. So we're all just excited.
Congratulations on being named camp MVP.
Oh.
How many people got it?
It was I don't even know. It was after a few practices, a few scrimmages where if you had a good day, you got MVP for the day. So I think I got mine on like a Tuesday or something.
Oh, okay. So it was a day deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was a practice deal.
Hey, Austin, there's a lot of wide receivers that have been talked about day to day, but is there a star that'll emerge from this group?
I mean, I don't want to, boost someone or anything like that, but there's a lot of guys with a lot of big play making ability in that group where they might catch a bubble screen and make one guy miss and take it 80 yards. Another guy's different type of guys where they can take the top off the defense and catch that 60-yard post ball. So there's a bunch of guys in that room that they're also itching. They're hungry to get out there Thursday, show what they can do, and I'm just really excited to watch them do what they've been doing in front of the whole fan base and in the world.
Now that Jared's back, how's he looking?
Jared's Jared. He's just a consistent, really good football player. He hasn't practiced in a while, but he was out there running routes, and I mean he looks ready to go. He caught the ball well, ran good routes. He's just another weapon in our offense.
You had a lot of reliable guys that you were throwing to last year. You maybe have more speed this year, so you touched on it a little bit, but just how much different the offense can be with some of that speed at the wide receiver position.
Yeah, the guys last year were unbelievable. How good they played last year, and just like you said, reliable, catching the ball, getting open on third downs, and these young guys, they have that extra speed where. Not saying those other guys didn't, but Jordan Jones out there, he looks like a track runner running some post balls. So it's just a different type of receiver, some of them, and hopefully they can be like the group last year where they're reliable, consistent, getting open on third downs, and also make one guy miss, take it 80.
Is it going to be a little bit weird not turning around and having Raleigh behind you?
Yeah, we've been through all summer, all fall camp without him, and he was off at Dallas or wherever he was at a internship, and he came back as a coach this past week. So just having him back out there on the field is really big for our offense and for our whole team. But I'm going to miss handing the ball off to Tutu, knowing what he did last year and how good of a football player he is. I mean, that's a tough loss, but I think the guys in that running back room have really handled the load well, and I'm excited for them also.
This will be your last game at War Memorial. What are your thoughts on playing there and the atmosphere there?
I'm excited. I've always loved playing at War Memorial. Dating back to high school, had some good memories there, and it's been my last time ever playing there. So hopefully we put on a good show for the crowd.
Well, Michael said you guys did some wet ball stuff today, so maybe a little anticipation. What are you thinking there?
Yeah, just looking at the weather forecast and things like that, looks like it's gonna, the Hurricane Harvey's coming up and it's probably gonna hit us. So we got to be prepared for it, and probably worked wet ball today, and then probably work it a little bit tomorrow. So just trying out the new wet gloves and things like that, but we'll be ready.
What did you see about their defense on Florida A&M from what you saw of them on TV?
I would say they play hard. Some guys up front, big, fast, and can run. They look like an SEC defensive end. So, they played really hard and got after Texas Southern. So we're ready. We're up for the challenge, and I think we're ready.
How much are you ready just to showcase some of the weapons and some of the unknowns to a lot of us with this offense in a game?
Well, I'm excited. I just keep dreaming about the first, play action, deep ball we have, and just letting it go, and one of them running under it for a touchdown. And I think that's, hopefully it happens. We get the right coverage, and when we call that play. So, I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the offense, and I'm ready to go.
Is today the kind of practice that you guys would like to have on day 2 of prep?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been prepping for feels like 3 weeks now. You know, we've been grinding, and you know, all the guys were focused out there today. We executed, I thought, you know, almost 100%, where we didn't really have to redo any plays, and all the guys understand what we're getting on Thursday and what to expect. So I think we're all kind of focused, ready to go.
Is there any concern with some of the wide receivers? There's so many new guys that are wanting to prove themselves, with guys going out there and trying to do too much.
I would just say that they all need to just play within themselves, where they've done it all fall camp. They've caught the ball well. They've ran good routes. They just need to not let the moment get too big and just go out there and do what they do. And I think Coach Smith is going to get them in the right frame of mind. Coach Enos will get them. I think they're just going to be ready to go. And if they do look a little bit, you know, amped up, we'll try to calm them down in the huddle. And, you know, after that first snap, it's just football. And I think they'll understand that pretty quickly.
It's been a few years since Arkansas has really contended at the top of the West. You know, the fans maybe get a little anxious for that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is there time to do that?
Yeah, we're working every day to, you know, our goal is to win the SEC, and as a team, we're working every day. It goes back to, you know, January 1st of this year, where we've been working out, doing all these things, because we're not doing all that stuff to go 6-6. You know, we're doing that to win every Saturday. So as a team, that's our goal every year, and, you know, anything short of competing for the West is, you know, it's a letdown.
You know, before the game, we always see Dan out there wearing a suit. He's always got you guys, all the quarterbacks around him, going to all these different things. What's he's talking about the game and situations. What's the gist of that?
Yeah, he's going through his call sheet for us, so he has, you know, as many situations you can even think of. We're coming out, you know, regular downs, midfield, red zone, high red zone, low red zone. He's just going through the situations and what to expect, what he might call.
Isn't that pretty helpful?
Just here. I mean, we're
your eyes and go, man, he's going over this again.
You know, we're pretty in tune with it. Just going throughout the whole week, we have tests and stuff on it. But, you know, hearing it again, hearing, you know, what he's thinking, it's only helping us. And you know, I'm really glad he does it, and I think it really helps us.
Coach Smith said that Brandon Martin's starting to come on a little bit. His back's feeling better. What have you seen out of him?
I've seen a guy who's just continually getting better. He might not, you know, be where we expect, be where he expected himself to be yet, but he's gonna be there, if that makes sense. Where it might not be week 1, might not be week 2, but he's a guy who's continually getting better every practice, every rep. You see him, you know, that light's turning on slowly, and once it, you know, finally turns on, he's gonna be a really good player.
How do you see a guy like Deb Watt, whose family's from up the road from Houston, handle what's going on down there in that area?
It's a really tough situation. All the prayers are out to the people in Houston. So just having guys, you know, a few guys from the Houston area on our team, Brandon DePrado and Deb Wall, where, you know, you ask how their family's doing, they're, you know, they're hanging in tough, and, you know, all they can do is, I'm sure they want to be back helping them out, but they're saying their family's getting through it.
As a team, how do you guys keep their spirits up and not letting them focus and worry too much about that?
Yeah, really, they haven't really mentioned it too much, but I think their family is kind of keeping them focused, where they're telling them they're fine, they're trying to make it up to the game, and if they can't make it up to the game, they're going to find a way to watch it. So it's kind of all they've really said.
You mentioned Raleigh. What's it been like seeing him kind of in that other role out there with you guys?
Yeah, it's kind of weird calling him Coach Williams. You kind of joke around with him a little bit, and he's the one running the huddle for us, and Skelly and things like that. But, you know, just having him out there, having another guy be able to tell the running backs what he sees, you know, what to do on these type of plays, is just helping our offense. And you know, he's a great guy to be around, so we're all enjoying it.
When you say he's running the huddle, how do you mean that, running the huddle?
Yeah, well, we have 2 huddles in Skelly, and he has a script, and he's just calling the plays for us.
Okay. Is he good at that?
Yeah.
Okay. Not as good as you, but okay.
No, not at all. No.